Hi guys, welcome back to Hair Dry Treatment with me, Soph and Meg. Soph and Meg show is back again. We had a bit of a different one obviously over the weekend, but we're back looking at the transfers that are going on at the minute, that aren't going on at the minute, and to talk about obviously the incomings at United, but also our predictions for the remaining hours really of the transfer window. Meg, how you doing?
All good. It was nice to get out and about actually the weekend and do a different video like I said, like the United Derby vlog, which you looked, if you have a look. But yeah, back transfer deadline day.
Yeah.
Can't say I'm enjoying it, but
So in terms of our window so far, obviously Bruno Fernandes has come in. We've lost Ashley Young, but Bruno Fernandes is one that a lot of United fans have been talking about now for a while. Are you happy with him firstly coming in, and do you think just signing Bruno Fernandes would be enough in this window?
to be honest, I never thought we'd see the day that he got signed. I genuinely thought it was finished with, and I'm surprised that we've actually landed him. But I am happy that he's come. I don't think he's going to be a miracle answer to all our problems. I know that we need to look deeper into our squad and fill other positions as well. But it's a good start, really. I mean, it's only the one person we brought in. Well, we have brought that goalkeeper as well, but he's not going to be first team. But the likely addition, we've only got one person to the main team squad. But yeah, I'm happy he's here.
Yeah, I mean, we all know how weak we are in the middle, especially with McTominay being out as well, Pogba being out. We know that we're vulnerable in that middle, and I think it was really crucial that we strengthened. Bruno Fernandes is a player that excites me. The bits that I have seen of him, he does look absolutely quality. But I think, if I'm being totally honest, I think this transfer window, it feels again like we've left it too late, kind of like we haven't had a plan, and we should have got people in sooner. But Bruno Fernandes, I think he's a fantastic signing. Of course, I hope he lives up to the potential that everyone sees in him. But overall, should we have got more people in? Yes. And now of the rumours today, massive rumours that Josh King, obviously we put a bid in, it was rejected, and apparently we were considering a second bid for Josh King. Josh King obviously he will be returning to Manchester United, but also, do you think that he's good enough, one, and do you think he's worth us splashing out on now, or should we just hold it until the summer?
For me, I wouldn't go in for him. I don't think he's good enough for Manchester United. He's still injured at the moment, so the fact that we're going for a striker to help with our squad, he's not going to be able to be there for the next however many weeks. He's still not back to fitness. So for me, I'm glad the interest is called. He's not somebody that I would normally go say, yeah, Manchester United standard. I just don't think he's different to what we've got at the moment. I don't think he would offer us anything in terms of a different plan of attack. I think he would just be coming in whilst Marcus Rashford was injured, and then when he comes back, then what do? You've got the same player again. So too many of them kind of players for me. I'm glad the interest is called, and I personally wouldn't have gone for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got potential. I think he's quick, he's strong, holds the ball up, and I think, short term he's a decent signing, but you've got to look at the fact that he's injured. Does that make sense? Really, for a short term fix until we get someone, what's the point in signing someone who's already injured? And now apparently we're looking at the likes of Igalo, obviously used to be at Watford, Pukki as well from Norwich. Cavani is a player that supposedly was up for grabs. Come out today that maybe he's going to stay at PSG. But the likes of Pukki and Igalo, Meg, would you be happy if we brought one of those in this transfer window?
I think when you look at the players that have been rumoured to be leaving clubs, so you've got Giroud, who was always rumoured to be leaving Chelsea, Cavani rumoured to be leaving, and then you go to Igalo and Pukki. Those players who had those rumours, they're clearly unsettled where they are. Why haven't we gone for those standard players rather than the Pukki and the Igalo standard? It's a bit of a gulf of class for me, really. Giroud, proven at Arsenal, dipped slightly at Chelsea, but he's good at Premier League standard. Cavani is the baller, he's done it, you know what he's about. He's never been in the Premier League, but it's not always about having experience in the Premier League. But two players like that would seem so destined to leave their club, I would have taken them rather than Igalo or Pukki. I don't know how you feel about it, but
yeah, I think don't get me wrong, Igalo, Pukki, they've proven that they can score goals in the past, but like you said, there's a golfing class. For me, names like that should not be associated with Manchester United. I know that sounds stuck up and snobbish, but I don't know, I think they've had the chance in the Premier League, it obviously didn't work out. I'm not really that convinced by those kind of deals. Cavani, we know that he's getting on. He's out of favour at PSG. His wage demands is duty to entertain, he said in the chat, are very high as well. That would have all obviously been taken into consideration. But I don't know, it seems like in this transfer window now towards the end, it seems like we're very desperate. Like the amount of players we've been linked with, and I know that we always are because we know that if he's linked to United, it sells stories. But I just feel like it feels like we're panicking and we're trying to just grab a striker just to say we've got another striker. I don't know. We're not looking at the quality of player. Is that down to Ollie though, or is that down? Is Ollie choosing these players, or is it because the board have been too slow again?
Really need to stop trying to please fans. Be a bit more selfish. I think fans are desperate to see that we've got another striker on board, and really, unless it's the right person that we know that we're going to get at a decent player, with a decent wage bill, and for the right price, which I don't think we'll get now, then we don't need to be spending money for the sake of spending money. I know we in our squad, and we've said it it's not big enough. The squad hasn't got the depth that it needs to have. But why bring somebody in that potentially is just going to try and fill a gap for a couple of months until Rashford comes back, or until we hit the next transfer market, when that window in summer is so much better. There's more movement in the summer window. Why don't we do it like that? Why are we desperate to please fans? And I think really, I know fans want to see a striker come in, but if we got someone in, we'd only end up slating them anyway if it was the right person that we all wanted. And I don't think the right person that we want will come in a January window. It would come in a summer window. So I think really now it's just kind of where we're at now, the squad that we've got, that will see us through to the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we were linked to the young kid from Birmingham. I could completely see that would make sense, that kind of signing. I want to talk about it as well. Wolves signed that 17-year-old from Rochdale today. I saw you did a little tweet about it as well. What a great signing that is for them. You don't always have to sign a big name of it, as we've witnessed in the past, and I think that is a really exciting signing. And I'm really happy for the kid, because obviously after he played against us, he was saying he was back at school the next day. And I thought, fair play to him. So Meg, what's your opinion on that? So I saw you tweeted about it.
Yeah, I think I tweeted saying this is the magic of the cups. The fact is that lad from Rochdale, Luke Matheson or something, he really, partly down to the fact that his club has drawn out Manchester United and drawn out Newcastle United, that he's been noticed. And then obviously it's down to him to play one of those games, which he did. But if it wasn't Manchester United, would he have been seen as predominantly as he has been? I know Mark Stewart, Stevitt, has just said Wolves have loaned him back to Rochdale, and that's fair enough to loan him back, because he's still going to get the game time at Rochdale. But if it hadn't have been those clubs being drawn out, and it hasn't been the cups, we talk a lot at the moment about whether these cups, the Premier League team should be in there. Definitely. Look at this lad now, 17 years old, got his chance at a Premier League club.
Yeah, and you've kind of highlighted it, didn't you? Probably wouldn't have been scouted, not until later on in his career for a bigger club maybe. So yeah, magic of the cup, I agree with that, especially when you have obviously the underdogs against the bigger teams, that's when the cup is special. Mr. E says bring back Bebe. Jemba I've just seen mentioned there as well. Gerard said, would you take Zaha back, Wilfred Zaha? Zaha, I think, at his time when he was at United, I really wish they was given longer, because I think he's at a point in his career now where I think coming back to United would be detrimental. I don't think he would be as effective, but I think if we gave him more time in a United shirt, I think he really could have blossomed, and I think we were unfair to him really. I don't know if he'd want to come back even after that, the way that he was treated as well. But I do think he's a quality player. I think he likes being the big fish in the little pond at Palace. He's the main guy, he's their go-to, and I think he likes that. Where of course if he went to somewhere like United, I mean at the minute he probably would be the big fish, but hopefully he's not the big fish in the little pond. So I think he likes that. And obviously Palace fans love him. The players seem to play differently when Zaha is in the team, so I do think he's quality. Would he come back to United now? I don't think so. And also I think it's too late now. I think we missed our chance with him.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard, isn't it, to bring a player back because you have expectations, and I don't think sometimes it goes to plan. For me, like you said, really, when we sold him, I would have kept him a little bit longer at that point. But now that's gone, and I don't think I'd have him back. I don't really know right now who I'd take, to be honest, because I think a lot of so this Josh King situation, Bournemouth need him because they need him to survive. So to sell him, they would have doubled him in price. So there was no point for me because he wasn't worth it. He's only been valued at that because Bournemouth want to get more money for him because they're so desperate to keep hold of somebody that would potentially keep them up. So, and really, I don't really know who I'd have gone for in this transfer market that is realistic.
Yeah.
We can all say we wanted, we all agreed that Maddison or Grealish would be amazing. They were never going to come. Not in this window. Not while Villa want to keep hold of Grealish anyway. Maddison with the Leicester squad is playing, he's doing well. Why would he risk being out of form if he moved teams? So realistically, I don't see any options at the moment.
Yeah, and I think when you're looking at the craziness of the January transfer window as well, in particular, where the prices are high, someone just mentioned Richarlison there. I want to talk about that because that was madness. So Barcelona put a bid in for Richarlison. I think it was like £87 million, wasn't it? €100 million, something, I don't know. £87 million. Everton said no. Meg, firstly, what is your opinion on that?
I'd have said yes. I think sometimes you've got to realise that just because players are so good for you doesn't mean that they can't be sold. We did it with Ronaldo. We sold him, we moved him on, but Real Madrid have done it. If the right price comes through the door, then why not? Why not give that player an opportunity? £87 million or million euros, 100% you'd have got two decent players in for the price of one. I know Everton, he's done well at Everton. I wouldn't say he's done amazing, but I don't think they'll ever get an offer like that for him again.
No, I do actually rate Richarlison. I think he's a quality player, but when I saw that, I was like, really? Especially the season that Everton have obviously had as well. He's not exactly firing on all cylinders, is he? So I think it was a mad offer. But again, it's the craziness of January. If people put their prices up in January, Everton feel like they can be the big boss in this deal now and dictate to Barcelona for a mad deal. Like Meg said, I can't see anything like that coming in for him again. And we might eat our words. He might win the next Ballon d'Or. Who knows? But I can't see it happening. Mark says Adama from Wolves is a Barca reject as well. And he's better than any United wide player at the moment. I think Adama Traore is one of the best wide players in the league at the moment. I think on his day, how do you stop him? Unless you're committing fouls, he's unstoppable. On his day, I think he's unplayable. And he's started to improve his end product now this season, and that's why he's beginning to excel. And I do put that down to quality coaching by Nuno. Meg, what's your opinion on Adama?
He's one of them players that has got the strength and the speed. He's strong, he's quick, and he works to his strengths. He gets against players, and he'll easily beat players. I don't think he'd move for Wolves because I think, as a footballer, if you're playing well, sometimes you don't want to move because you don't want to risk not taking that form with you, because then you've got to settle into a new team, new formation. So when you're having a really good season, to break that in the middle of January to go somewhere else, as a player, sometimes it doesn't work for yourself. So Traore is having a really good season at Wolves. I don't think he would have ever gone anywhere in January.
Yeah, I think the plan at Wolves, the way that they play, it suits him perfectly. And I've already mentioned Nuno, I think, has done wonders. And I think every game he seems to get better at the minute. So he's definitely one of the most effective wide players in the league. He's not consistent, but he's getting more consistent this season. Matt Johnson makes a good point, and one that my dad actually made to me earlier as well. He said if Bruno gets his debut at the weekend, he'll know a lot of his opposition better than his teammates. Other way around was what my dad was saying. It's pointless in playing because they're all going to know what he's like and what the game is. But I'm actually really excited to see Bruno Fernandes, because obviously when the rumours spark, everyone's watching YouTube highlights and everything, and we know that is not a true reflection of his game. So yeah, I'm hoping Bruno is going to be a big hit. And Meg, do you think he's going to be successful? Do you think he's going to settle in and get going, or do you think it's going to take him time, or do you think he's going to be a flop? How do you think it's going to go?
I'm excited to see him play. Like you said, like everyone goes online, you have a look at YouTube compilations of him. The man can strike a ball. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these goals going in the Premier League, if I'm honest. But I don't know. I'm happy to give him time. If he doesn't set the world alight in the first couple of games, I'm happy to give him time for it, because I think standards at Manchester United, and we do set high standards, but I think for a player that we've got to understand that they are transitioning into a new league and like a new club, new formation, new teammates. Try and bring that all together in the first game and play amazing. It's difficult, and if you do it, then fair play. It's a credit to you. But yeah, I'm happy to give him time. I think I'd like to see him feature against Wolves at some point, whether that is that he starts or at least come off the bench so we can see what he's about, really.
Yeah, I agree. I can't see him starting. I don't think he'll start, and I really hope I'm wrong with that. But I do think he'll obviously be brought on as a sub. We'll move on to tomorrow's game now. Obviously, evening kick-off. Wolves. We finally managed to beat them in the last game against them in the cup. Again, it was a tight game though. They are our bogey team, and why did it have to be them? With obviously my history with my dad, I can't believe it had to be them. But they are our bogey team. They haven't been playing that well of late though as well. I know they're the comeback kings this season, and they score when they've gone behind. They tend to come back. But even my dad and obviously a lot of people I know are Wolves fans, and they've said that they haven't been that good lately. They've been a bit sloppy. But against United, everyone raises the game. We know that, and they love playing against us. They've proven that. So, Meg, how are you feeling going into this game at the weekend?
It's always that game where you're just thinking, please just let us get through it, because, like you said, they are our bogey team, and for me and you especially, like, we live near Wolves, so we've got so many friends that are Wolves fans or family, but you are just like, I actually, in my head, I'm like, just get through the game, just find a clean sheet, score some goals. Like you said, they're not playing great at the moment, so maybe it is a good time for them to play. For us to play against them, really. It's tough because it's our bogey team. I'd like to see a win, obviously. I'm going to put my prediction in before you because we'll always end up going for the same. I'm actually going to go for 3-1 United.
Ooh, confident. I like it. You know what? I haven't even thought about my score yet. I'm more thinking about is Bruno going to play? What's the lineup going to be? Is Josh King starting up front? No, he's not. But yeah, I think it'll be tight. I think it's always tight between us two. I'll probably say a 2-1 win to United. That's my prediction. I think fans will be up for it. Obviously excited to see Bruno. We've got a new signing, a midfielder who'll want to prove himself. I don't know. I feel a bit positive, to be honest with you. I think the win against we beat City in the week, but obviously we'll be gutted at the fact we went out in the cup, and I'm not celebrating the fact that we went out because I've seen a few people doing that. But I just think that hopefully that now we can think, we beat City, it's a win, we need to move on and continue this form. So I'm going to say 2-1, I think we'll concede. But at the same time, I think that Wolves are our bogey team and anything could happen. Doug, thank you so much for the super chat, I appreciate it. He said, evening ladies, not going to lie, Bruno Fernandes is someone who would improve any team's midfield. A great signing for United. He will be a fan's favourite, so a lot of positivity towards Bruno there, Meg.
I think he will be a fan favourite. I think because of where we're at as well, and because like at the time that he's come in, I think he will be a favourite because he brought a bit of a buzz about United again. Do you know what I mean? We're at that stage where we're all a bit like, we were desperate to get somebody in. This transfer has been dragged out for so long that we finally got him. I think that he's brought a buzz with him that will make people like him. I've seen the pictures of him at training today, and he looks, I've never seen a man with a smile so big. He's there in all of his kit. He looks so happy and comfortable in it. So, for me, I think I agree with the dugout. He will be a fan favourite.
Yeah, I agree. I think he already is kind of a fan favourite. He's like our hero, our saviour. Alex Marmon, thank you so much again for the super chat. It's really kind. I appreciate it. He says, hi ladies. It looks like it's Zagallo or no striker. So if Zagallo comes in, so that'll make it Bruno and Zagallo in this window. Meg, scale 1 to 10, what would you give it? 10 being obviously amazing.
Wow. Igalo doesn't change the rating for me. It only worsens it.
Minus.
so long for that Bruno transfer to go through. So that deducts a bit of a point because it should have been done, dusted, without anybody else coming in for him. I know there was interest from Barcelona, and then all of a sudden we wanted, that was it, then we were ready to pay the right amount. So to finally get the Bruno transfer done is great, but to not sort out a striker is disappointing.
Yeah.
Why we left it to what time we're on now? Nearly 6 o'clock on transfer deadline day, and we're still not brought in the striker that we were so desperate for. You can only give them half. It's 5 out of 10. We've got halfway. We've done half of what we wanted to do. The two things really out of that transfer window that we needed to do was to buy a striker and to finally complete this Bruno Fernandes saga that's been going on. We've got one of it sorted. You get 5 points.
Yeah. And finally, this is the round off point really. It's a bit of a negative, I'm afraid, but obviously we saw that what happened to Woodward's house with the flares and stuff, and we haven't had a chance to talk about that yet. Personally, it's disgusting, and there's no excuse for that. Obviously, football is football, but he's a family guy at the end of the day. He's got twins. He's obviously got a wife. Luckily, they weren't in at the time, but the fans didn't know that. Fans, I use lightly. But when I saw that, I was disgusted, and it made me feel a bit embarrassed. I want to be honest, because there's no need to do that to anybody. There's no. Yes, we all want Woodward out, of course we do. But like I say, football is football, and to put someone's family at risk, I thought it was absolutely disgusting. And like I say, I was ashamed really to call myself a United fan after that. Meg, how did you feel?
I think it was absolutely shameful. I can't believe that we've allowed the game to get that advanced and that people are attacking somebody's house. It's one thing chanting, and I didn't agree with all the chants because they were talking about him dying at one point. For me, that's too far. I think you've got to remember that football is just a game of, in this half, a game of 22 men on a pitch chasing the ball, trying to score a goal. Let's take it right back. That's the simplicity of football. And we've now got to a point where a chairman and directors of football, staff who aren't even playing on the pitch, are being attacked. And I just think you can't allow that to happen. Morally, it's wrong. And we've got to the point where we think damaging people's property is acceptable, shameful. And straight away, it's obviously like Manchester United fan. It's bad to think, people will look at that and think that's what we're all like now.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I can think it's completely wrong. And people who are saying, "Oh, I wish they were in," you're just as bad. I had it out with somebody on Twitter this week about it because I think I just can't get my head around. It is a game of people chasing a football and trying to score a goal. Why have you got to the point where you're going to attack somebody's house? It's wrong. It really is wrong in my eyes.
Yeah. I think it might. Obviously, there's a rumour that it could have been staged and it could have been all a publicity stunt, and of course, it could well be. It's obviously extreme if it is, but it could well be, and it is true. My guy says mass walkout and protest, get rid of the divas, big YouTubers and Instagrammers, because the YouTubers are the issue in Manchester United, obviously, yeah. But the walkout thing is an interesting point. Obviously, Glazer's out. There's planned to be a walkout. I think it was the 58th minute. Meg, what's your opinion on that? If you went to the game tomorrow, would you walk out or would you stay seated?
Stay seated.
You would stay?
Yeah, I'd stay. I'd stay to the end, I'm afraid. I think I can understand why people are going to want to walk out, and I understand that they want to do protest, and it's not against the players, and it's not, it's not about that. It's a protest against the owners,
yeah.
And I completely understand that. And if people wanted to walk out, then I respect that. But as someone, as a player looking at it, you see your fans walking out. What does that do for you? If we were then to go on and lose the game after fans have walked out, then that would then be put down to the players, and they're not going to turn around and be like, "Wow, fans walked out." So for me, I'd stay seated. I'd stay at the game, but I do understand why people want to protest. I do get it.
You know what? I don't know if I'd walk out. And I'm saying it because obviously you're sick and tired of what's happening in the board, and it seems like nothing is changing because the money is still coming in. And I think the only way really to send a message across is for the fans to unite and do something like that that's going to implicate the image of the club, implicate the business. But it's hard, especially when you're there as well, and if like you're cheering team on. Imagine if, I don't know, we're close to coming back or wherever it is, or we're close to equalising against a team because we're losing. That's normally the scenario at the minute. But you're not going to want to walk out. Like, I think it's a hard one, but if all fans are doing it, you've got to unite with the fans, haven't you? Because I think that's the only way really to send a true message to the board. And it would kill me to do it. It would kill me to walk out of a United game because it's so expensive to get there in the first place. To be honest with you, it seems like a waste of money. But I think you've got to, if all the fans are doing it, if you want to send a message, you've all got to do it, or none of you, because it's not going to send a true message if you're not united in that. And that kills me to say that, but I think that is true. So we've actually got a bit of a different argument there. You said you would stay. I think I would walk with the majority. I really do. I really do, and it hurts me to say it.
I think, like, I agree with you what you say, though. When something like this comes about, it's either an all or nothing. It's if the majority are doing it and they are going to, on a mass walkout, then fair enough. But I don't know. It's hard to just be like, right, on the 58th minute we're going to walk out. What if, like I said, we're so close to coming back? What if it's a really tight game?
It's awkward. It's an awkward one.
What if you get a penalty in the 57th minute and you're waiting to take it and all the fans just get up and walk out?
I remember the Newcastle game when we beat them, and obviously Sanchez scored obviously the winner when we had the comeback. I remember that game was so poor. We were so shocking in that first half. I saw people walking out, and I remember thinking, you know what, I could walk out right now, go home, long drive back, have a chill. But actually I stayed, and I'm glad I did, because we did come back and Sanchez scored, and it was a fantastic feeling. I remember him running and celebrating. So you would be shouting a lot. It's a good point. But the football isn't that exciting at the minute either, Meg, is it? At the ground, to be fair.
No. If that's what they were saying here, a walkout would be unfair on the players. They would be being punished for the mistakes of the owners. Agree with you, Alex, and that's why it's so difficult.
But is a different viewpoint on that one. So, for example, there's players there who we say are good enough and they're being let down by the poorer players. Would not them players then be thinking, yeah, I agree, I want the board out, I want more investment, more improvements in this squad because I want to win titles here at United, and Jesse Lingard, for example, is letting me down. So maybe on the inside, obviously they can't show that they're playing for United, but maybe they're thinking, yeah, I want some more better quality players around me as well.
Putting out women to everyone's
I don't know. I think you look at it from different viewpoints. I'm very much in the middle. Like, I think I would walk out if the majority did it, but it would kill me to do it. Like, it's not because they're going to spot me individually walking out, but I think to send the message that we want to send, everybody's got to go. Everybody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Right. So your prediction, Meg, is a Wolves loss. So you think that we're going to beat them 3-1? I'm going to say 2-1. Is Bruno going to start, or is he going to come on as sub?
He is going to come on as no, he's going to start. I don't really see who else who can play in that midfield. Obviously, Matic's out, McTominay's out, Pogba's not there. I'm going to start him.
Brill. I would like to start him, but do I think he will start? No, I think he won't. But I would love it if he did. But he should get a good chunk of time. We need to ease him in. So if he doesn't start, I hope we see a decent glimpse of him. Because you don't like 2 minutes just come on at the end. We want to see Bruno. An exciting day tomorrow. Exciting day. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Meg has just rushed back from work, bless her, as well, to do this video. So thank you to Meg for coming on.
Thank you, everyone. One more thing from me as well, obviously. You've seen the video from me and Soph. Well, I hope you've seen the video from me and Soph. When we were at the Manchester United Women's Derby. They are playing on Sunday at 2 o'clock against Reading. It's a really good game. It's in the league. Whoever wins that, we can either go clear of them or they can go above us. So, big game for United Women as well. So, fingers crossed, a win on both sides. But I think you can watch it on the FA Player app. So, if you do want to watch it, then it's on there. It's on Sunday, 2 o'clock. Yeah,
massive game, like you say, Meg. And also, I want to just shout out Meg, the celebrity, who was on Sky Sports as well at the game last Saturday. So well done to Meg, fantastic. I felt like a proud big sister or something, I swear. But yeah, Meg on Sky Sports, talking about United women.
I've not watched it back yet. I've not watched it back.
You've got to watch it back. You've got to watch it back. No, she did really well, so yeah, big up to Megan. Everybody have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the super chats, that's really kind. If you haven't already, please do hit that sub button, drop a like in the video, and also drop a comment, and me or Meg will respond to you. But yeah, that. But yeah, guys, thanks again. Take care. Hope to see Bruno tomorrow. Have a good one.
Bruno!